Hey, beautiful mamas. How are you guys doing? Happy Monday and happy Valentine's Day, belated Valentine's Day. It was yesterday. I hope you all had a wonderful day with your family together. So welcome back to our Conscious Champagne Chat. I think this is number 5. And last week, or on Friday, we talked about the 3 laws of mom leadership. And one of them is shifting from doing to being. So it's all about being the mom you want to be, being the leader you want to be in your parenting role, and being the leader you want to be in your career, versus what you're actually doing. Because quite frankly, one of the biggest lessons that I have learned is that nobody really cares what we're doing. And as painful as it sounds, but that is unfortunately the truth. So if you're here, let me know. When you're watching this in the Mom Leadership group, let me know you're here. Say hi in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel and you'll leave us a like. And yay, say hi when you're here. Awesome. I'm going to give it a bit more. And then let's dive into being versus doing. Hey, Abir, how are you? So I think, quite honestly, every woman, seriously, you guys, every woman on this planet, including me, I'm not healed from it. Hey, Jessica. Oh, Savannah, Georgia. I love it. Is really making, and I truly believe it is one of the biggest mistakes, is that we have declared ourselves as women as the CEOs of doing it all. Like, that's where we find our sense of worthiness in, basically, right? And so because we're so tight, we're like literally hooked up, we're like married with doing it all, and we're so in the doing that we completely forget to be. We don't even know what it means to be anymore. And so we are hustling all day long to do. And what happens is that often we become the managers of our household. We become literally the managers of our kids. It's so funny. My neighbor, she just called me today, and she's like, I feel like the personal assistant of my child, because I'm organizing all the play dates. I'm organizing, like the Corona time, we're trying to keep the kids somehow entertained, right? And it's like, we are so hooked up in the doing that we forget what it actually is to really be. Okay, my cat just turned on my iRobot, in case you know it. Okay, I hope it's gonna work. So, but the tragedy about doing is that whatever we do, you guys, it's never going to be enough. Like, it's literally never going to be enough. And that not being enoughness is what is living inside of us. And that not being enoughness keeps pushing the button of, oh my God, I didn't do enough over here. I need to do more. And then you do more, and then it doesn't work out, or it's somehow, let's say, you have a day where things have been building up, and you went and did dinner and something goes off, and then nobody comes and says thank you and appreciates you for doing dinner, and then you blow up, right? You kind of lose it. It happens to us all the time. It's because we think it's never enough what we do, and so we keep doing more, and we keep doing more, and we keep doing more. And furthermore, we literally dump this behavior on our children, and we don't even realize it, right? We push them to work harder at school. We push them to not be late to things. We push them into just doing. I mean, if you think about the last 20 years, like the space of getting your kids entertained and constantly doing has grown ridiculous. And what we are forgetting to teach them, is because we don't know how to do it, is how do you actually just be with you? What are you doing when you're bored? Like every time my kids come and say, I'm bored, I'm like, oh my God, congratulations. That is just so amazing. Because out of boredom are the best ideas born, right? And so one of the things I want to really give you is that one of the biggest aha moments in my life that has literally changed like the way of how I do things is that I stopped just doing and being run and being dictated by my kids' schedules, by what my boss wants at work, by my to-do list, by my household, by blah 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 blah. I mean, it's so easy to fall in that trap. And again, the problem is it will never be enough. If you think about your work, it never gets done. Never. There will always be more. It will never get done, right? And so what I had to go and do is switch from, okay, instead of just doing all these things, who do I actually want to be? Like, who do I want to be for my kids? And furthermore, that starts with even a question up front, which is like, what do I actually want to have? Hey, Christina. Hey, Precious. What do I want to have? And so just to give you one example, I want my kids to be able to trust me. Like I want them to, like I want to be the person they can always come to me with anything that is on their mind. I want to be that person for them. I want to create that safe haven for them, right? And so the question is, who do I need to be for that? Who do I need to be? And so what I realized was, oh my God, I need to be trusting myself first. I need to be listening to them. I need to be the person who like doesn't talk, like the person who just really observes. I need to be very open. I need to be very attentive. I need to be very like pull myself back, take myself back and not dump. Like we are so used to, okay, you have to do it this way. You have to do it this way. We're like 90% of the day, we're not listening, you guys. We are not listening. We are so preoccupied in our brains that leads to constant doing, that we are not seeing the things for what they are. We are not seeing our kids for who they are. We are not seeing our men and all the things for who they are. And so it's really about, if you want your kids to trust you with everything on their mind, who do you need to be? Like that's the question you need to ask yourself. And you can do this with anything in your area, with anything. Let's say you have a meeting at work and you're kind of stressed out about the meeting because maybe there's a higher manager and they're gonna, evaluate you, or it's some critical meeting. It's like, it doesn't matter what you do in the meeting, you guys. It doesn't matter. It's who are you being? Who do you want to be in that meeting? And how do you want people to see you in that meeting? And so that's the person you need to show up for. And when you move from doing, what actually happens is your whole mental overload, like a lot of us are suffering from mental overload, right? Because our brains are so preoccupied, we can't switch off. But that actually is what happens when you shift your focus from what is it that I need to do to who is it that I need to be in this situation. Things will just like become like way more in flow. They will literally fall into place and you will realize, oh my God, I actually don't have to fix everything. I can actually let things go. I can just like, oh, it solved itself. Like that's what happens. Things solve itself. And you don't have to stress out about so many things. It's like, it's super magical, you guys, when you do that. And you just got to practice it because we're not used to it. We're not used to it. We want to control it, right? That we feel like that controlling part gives us safety, but it's not. It's actually really just stressing it out, because the thing is, you cannot control other people. You cannot manage other people. You can only decide who you are being, who you're being for this person. You can only decide how you are reacting, right? That's why we're so frustrated with our kids when they don't get the stuff that we want them to get due. But the truth is, they're their own human independent person. You can force anybody to do anything. And the more we try to control it, the more we try to fix it, the more there's going to be push and pull, and the more yucky and tough it is going to be. So Just breathe, my friends. Breathe. Take a step back and ask yourself for today, who is it that I want to be? Who do I need to be? And then let me know when you have an answer. I'm very curious to hear who you want to be and who you need to be. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about loving yourself first. And I know you've probably heard this a lot, but I really want to get into what does it mean to love yourself first and why it is like the least selfish thing that you can actually do. All right. So I will be seeing you tomorrow back here between 9 and 10 p.m. German time. I need to keep it flexible because it's our bedtime, and you know how it is with bedtime. I don't like putting pressure on myself when it comes to bedtime. So I give myself an hour to show up here for you guys. So I will be seeing you back here tomorrow. Take care. Bye.